forgot to put my monitor up. One moment. Assuming anybody's watching right now. Back in a sec. Simply does not behoove to not be able to read chat. It's very rude. How's it going, Ross? And how's it going, Joseph? Hello, Mary. Good. Hello, Samhain. How are you, Furball? Color tests are done. Need kind of a spot to stick these. For the moment, they're going up here. Good stuff. I let it happen to them so we can find out if which would look good in other colors. Might be a little bit of a short stream tonight, folks. Just FYI, because it's kind of late. And unfortunately, I should have started this about an hour ago, but this is the first night that it's really been, I shouldn't say it's the first night, but fall temperatures have hit for a couple of days, and I have just been so, I can walk around without turning into a sweat ball. Oh, so nice. So, consequently, I haven't felt inclined to do too much more than get some chillaxing on. Good, brush is still good shape. So is that one. Go in the brush pile. So, a little bit of a short stream, but we're gonna get some work done here. Alright, first thing I want to do is I want to E6000 down those loose flaps on this. Wow, you can really. You guys see it? Yeah, there's the plastic seam line on this skull is really apparent now. Going right across there. But considering it should be behind the skull on Halloween night, it shouldn't be that bad. Let's get some. Get some super stuff going here. Ooh. 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 So it's that one. There should be one on the side. Yeah, that one. That one, this one, any others that are floopity floppity flooping up. Not too bad. $15 wooden snowmen. Cool. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, this one kind of does have Evil Dead eyeballs, where it's just all open. Let's put this mouse in my pocket. Computer mouse! It's a computer mouse! I'm putting a real mouse in my pocket. Alright, I kind of want... a spreader for this E6000, because the applicator tip on that is going to be way too big. Shouldn't worry too much about this stuff. I've already done the videos, so all of these instruction plates can be used for craft stuff now. Give me a wooden piece. Good. Nice. I was gonna do those glowing tubes for some of our Halloween handout gifts, but I figured there's gonna be way too darn many of them. Way too many of them. Kids, that is. I will never be able to get enough done, even to have it so only like 10-15 get the stuff. Whoop. Good, nice globbity gloop of E6000. Is a wonderful adhesive substance, but it is gloopy. Gloopy, slightly stringy, and somewhat noxious. I know once it's on there, it's not going anywhere. Alright, that's the E6000 done. I think I'm just going to let that sit overnight. Maybe we'll use a little bit more around the eyes. So if I'm going to let it sit anyways, I may as well get full use out of it. Doubly so since the stuff dries crystal clear. It's a glue. It's a putty. It's a glue. It's a putty. It's a glutty. Stringy as hell. Good. There's that one. Done. That's him. He's drying. He needs eyes. And I'd like to whiten his teeth a little bit. My cat has turned into a kangaroo. He's bouncing all over the place. Wait. Your childhood nostalgia? Which one's that? More of the Goosebumps? Or Are You Afraid of the Dark? Dry brush. Gotcha. Nothing wrong with that. I found YouTube was munching a bunch of my time earlier today. As it is wont to do on weekends. Yeah, I do find myself every now and again watching a show from the ancient days as well. They put He-Man back on Netflix, and I had to watch at least one episode. I used to live on that show when I was a kid growing up. How's it going, Pearly? Alright. Dry brush away for his teeth. Let's get a couple lumps of polyfill for the eyes. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Do the best you can. Get through it all. The food colors did not change very much from how they were on the night of experimentation. They have remained pretty much unchanged color-wise. I believe the red would be most useful for haunters in general, but I do like the blue effect, and I think if somebody was going to do a black light room, then the highlighter color might possibly be effective. Yep. Fuzzy cat in the background, what are you doing? Hi. What's up? What are you doing, Furball? What are you doing? Hmm? Oh boy. Right now I just want to get some of these skulls more finished. The big thing for them is going to be a urethane coat, because the cotton on the skulls really does not like reabsorbing moisture. If it reabsorbs moisture, it tends to peel right away from the skull. I don't think that's going to be as big of a problem on the styrofoam, but it's not something I'm willing to chance. So they're all going to get urethane. The return of the accusing skulls. Yeah, I think maybe towards November, December, if I get icy in my mood, I will try some plastic and food coloring and heat gun to see if we can't make a a good-looking ice effect. What? What? What is your problem? Fuzzy bear. Yep, creepy is the point. Cat agrees. Cat agrees indeed. How's it going, Joey? You sound so pathetic, Fuzzball. You're fine. You just had a nice dinner. And everything is good. You're just noticing I'm in the kitchen, so you like to meow. I do not know if I'll be on tomorrow night. There is a local role-playing game that I'm involved in, which may or may not be happening. We're all teachers at the head of it, so it's that time of year when we get tired out. Then we get into our stride, we adapt, it gets better. But earlier on, there's lots of, more so for my buddy than me, because he's a teacher and a dad of 3, so. He's got a much harder deal than I've got. Right, Cat? I suppose he wants attention. I don't know why he wants attention right this second. Oh, did I not even plug that in? I'm an idiot. Alright, well, I guess we'll wait for that heat gun to heat up some more. And while I'm waiting for it to heat up, I may as well be staining the other skull. I hate when my E6000 gets a puncture in it. Fortunately, it's pretty self-sealing, but still. Oh. 5 sub-13-year-old girls. Ugh. I suppose that's variable, too, depending on how independent they are and just what the heck they want at the moment. I still smell the urethane on this brush. No, yeah, actually, I can wash that out a little bit. Never say never, unless it's true. Let's get this all cleaned out. There. Do the project till it's done if you can. We're crafters, we know how this goes. I mean, as long as you can ideally not turn that project into one of those it's been on the shelf for 2.5 years kind of things, as I'm looking up at the project that's been on the shelf for 3 years or more. Don't do that. Well, there you go. As long as you know your trends. Should be better. Should be able to let that brush dry. Let's cap this and label it. This is mineral spirits. I'm not sure. Alexa, how many days till Halloween? Oh, sorry, she's on headphones. Whoops. Alexa, how many days till Halloween?
There are 52 days until Halloween.
Spot on.
I'm not sure.
I gotta turn off that feature where it stays on for a while. Alexa, stop. No! Too much to craft! This brush is seeing a lot of service. Hey, Jenny. Yep, only 52. Only 52. And probably, fortunately, only the bottle is only about a 3-day project. Prepping cardboard, cotton, stain it, done. Unless you had a special bottle take on it that you wanted to do. How's that coming? It's getting there, but it's not fully there yet. There's a puck like that. I think I want to strip the cotton off this bottle, because I'm also kind of curious as to how difficult it is to do that. I have not ripped the cotton off a bottle yet. And it is that easy. There we go. It's ready for a resync. Yeah, if you have other projects apart from Halloween, then you are indeed in a world of potential trouble. Fortunately, I only have Halloween, so it does not affect me so much. The rest of you poor souls, I am so sorry. so sorry. Ooh, you know, we could test that tube tonight as well. That's something else I want to give a shot to. I want to see if these tubes work if you just spray the inside white. Because if I can do these without filling them with fluid, I want to do them that way. Be a lot less of a pain in the posterior. Oh, that's pretty. Good decanters always usually look quite cool in many aspects of a display. Alright, sadly I don't want to paint over the rock I put the bottom of this thing, but I don't think there's going to be anything for it. Unless I put a little polyfill or a little cotton in there that I can fish out later. Let's do that. So I would still like to have a backup glow rock at the bottom of this thing. It's alright though, because it covers the glow rock. And I get to recycle my tube, and I get to recycle my cap. Let's go grab that spray I bought. Back in a sec. Alright. How's it going, Sergeant? Yep. Branching out, we're on Facebook. And we're on Twitch as well. I kind of wanted to share the thing to Halloween DIY as well as Haunter's Hangout, but not be splashing this too much all over the everywhere. Oh, Fuzzy Bear. Oh boy. Alright. We are going to do like a few quick spritzes here. Should be sufficient to coat the inside of that tube. It's not quite getting as deep as I would have liked. But I'm not spraying more than that. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. At least not right this second. amounts will trickle down the sides. Alright, I'm going to spray a little bit more than that. That is definitely it. Don't do indoor painting with sprays. Especially with kitties around. Right. I know, it stinks. I'm sorry. Oh, alright. It's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. I don't know. We're going to find out in a second. Ooh. That's pretty nice. I mean, we're going to see how it is when it dries, but that's pretty nice. That could be a hell of a lot better than all the garbagey, evilly. Well, I don't know. We're going to wait till it dries. Like I said, you're so impatient, Cat. You're so impatient. You're a super impatient pussycat. Yeah, let's see here. It's, well, going to be the 10th tomorrow. So, October 1st before we know it. Let's test the powers of the machine. Alexa, how many weekends are in October?
Depending on which day the first day of the month is on, any given month can have 4 to 5 weekends or specific days of the week.
Alexa, how many weekends are in this October? I think we broke it.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Oh, well. They're getting there. The devices are improving all the time. Yeah. I'm sorry, Dave. I can't do that. In retrospect, I probably should have urethane this thing before putting this polyfill into its eyes. Oh well. Live, learn, and eat waffles. 4 weekends. Alright. Well, for me, that means weekend 1, the fence goes up. Weekends 2 and 3, we're working on stuff. That last weekend will be just before, so we'll be doing lots of pumpkin carving. Lots and lots of pumpkin carving. How's it going, Elvish? A little too much polyfill, but Alexa, turn off craft light. That's still going to be very much red glowing eyes. Oh, same. Work tomorrow. Back at it. Alexa, turn on craft light. Trying to get things done tonight. Project's wrapped up. I don't have a long time to be on tonight, regretfully. So I got started a little too late, but on the upside, the weekend was magnificent in its temperatures. It's everything I could have wanted and more. Just like fall. How's it going, Larry? Alright. Is this skull as the way I want it to be? Close enough. Just start straight. Now, well, we've got a huge chunk of rain coming in. It's going to start tonight and go forever and a half tomorrow. We've got flood warnings all over the place. Tons and tons and tons of flood warnings. Let's see if this thing is charged up enough to give us a little bit of tunes. Everything here, Sarah, is witch wood for the most part. Depends on which object you're talking about. Yeah, Hurricane Florence is on its way in. And I am not sure how well everything will hold up. Hawaii's under hurricane watch too. Dang. I'm going to throw on some tunes of a... Witchwood is the technique I've been working with for the last month or so that gives you these little bits of wood-like protrusions that run out, and then you hit them with a wood stain, and it turns them into, well, wood, or at least a wood look. So you can throw a witchwood, which is the woods running thing, onto just about anything. Yep. Swamp roots would be another good name for it. It originally started with... I'm hoping that stays. It started with the witch bottles, and then went to the witch orbs, which are these guys hanging up here, and then moved on to the witch skulls. That's done pretty darn well. Alright, this is Derek and Brandon Fichter. Of course, I'm going to completely mispronounce that. Oh, I'm going to play their stuff right off of Bandcamp here. haven't heard their first Dark Lullabies music, so we'll see. Hopefully that doesn't come through badly for you guys. But they've given me permission to use their music, so. Since this is a short stream, we may as well test it on it. Let's see if YouTube gives me much grief. I have no doubt you could use this on huge foam skulls. I saw that one picture you sent, Jenny, and yeah, you definitely can. Especially since we can make Witchwood as big or small as you want it to be. Yeah, they've got just a little nice ambient music. And they've got like 3 Halloween type CDs. They've got a lot, a lot of stuff. I think I first found them on YouTube when I was just looking for some spooky atmospheric music to have on in the classroom while I was working on some project or other. Yep. And Sarah, if you surf the name Drakenfang, which should be in the corner of your screen there on YouTube, you'll come across all my tutorials on how to do this stuff. You probably could do that, Colleen. You very likely could do that. I'm actually wondering how you might do a flexible Witchwood. This stuff has a little bit of give, but due to the cotton, and once you put the mache paste in there, it does become rather tough. I'm wondering perhaps if you used a liquid latex instead of mache paste, if you could keep the cotton in its root-like configuration, but have it still be springy and stretchy. That would be an interesting experiment. Somewhere I have some liquid latex, but I think it's back at school. Did a project with a student many years ago to see if we could make a mask. Yeah, in that case, Sarah, check for the witch bottle, because Alexa, turn off craft light. You don't just get the Witchwood, you also get light. Copious amounts of light. Turn that one off. So yeah. And if you use the same light source as me, then you get all the different color options that you want as well. That's handy. Alexa, turn on craft light. Alright, apparently this isn't auto playing, which is This track is called Castle of Ice. That just sounds lovely. Little pre-bedtime relaxing crafting. Yeah, I still think the skull was one of my better ones. Absolutely. I will doubtless be making more of them, especially when I don't really have other projects to do, because they're just very enjoyable to make for me. But yeah, the skull one came out quite well. I have that package of mini skeletons, and stick some around the bottle and witchwood that up. And I have a bunch of those mini skulls like I put on top of this little potion bottle. I'll add those to our witch bottle at some point too. We are listening to Derek and Brandon Fichter's Castle of Ice from their album Dark Lullabies. They were nice enough to give me permission to use their stuff on my YouTube channel. They have some nice ambient stuff. That's also just kind of relaxing and mellow. One thing I don't like about the plastic skull is that the shade of this plastic plus the stain really makes it very close in color to the witchwood. I like a little bit more contrast. I'm willing to bet you could do that, Pearly. In fact, I would be tempted to go online and see if somebody has already made a product like that. Because you might be able to save yourself a lot of time, invention, and effort on something that only costs, like $5-6. DIY is wonderful, but if you spend $400 in crafting supplies to make something that's already on the market for $10, then you've done yourself a disservice. It's one of the reasons I tend not to make my own skulls. Could I make them? Absolutely. I could paper mache them together. Take me some serious time. These are $3. Though I definitely do want to try making milk jug skulls at some point. And I just ordered myself a resin skull, so I would have a form to do that. Of course, the method to my madness there is so that I can make skulls that have a completely internal glow. Alright. Yeah, they're a very good group. Shouldn't really say group, they're just a couple of guys who are composers. Oh, CNC machine. Oh, the fun I would have with one of those. Yum. Well, there you go. If you can plan it and plot it and program it, it's done. CNC machine, 3D printer, and your nightmares will become reality to haunt all the children on Halloween. Also really thinking I'll have to spray paint the inside of these skulls black. I think they're just going to let way too much light through. Oh well. I'm pretty sure that I saw Target at one point had a skull-topped decanter style thing several years ago. But I'm not sure if it was a stopper or a pour device. If Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom can do it, so can we. Nice, Sergeant. Excellent. I kind of would like to go to the Haunted Mansion at some point. Be like a field trip. Halloween field trip. Like a senior project. Well, I'll never be able to go around Halloween. I'm going to be very, very busy every Halloween from now until the time I drop dead. Perhaps I will be fortunate enough to hit the age when I really can't do my haunt as much anymore, at which time I might consider it a fun pilgrimage to head down to Disney to hit the haunted sites. Yep, my own haunt is going to keep me going for a long time. That's odd. Looks like YouTube repeated Joseph's opening message. I don't know if anybody else caught that. This one's actually turning out better than I thought it would. See, I don't care for clowns in haunts, but for opposite reason. I don't think they're at all scary. Ah, good luck, Elvish. Good luck. It is a I shouldn't say it's a complicated or complex project. It's just more complicated. It's the most complicated Witchwood project that I've done. Yeah, it's getting there, Jenny. Really getting there. The stain phase is when they always come alive. Always come alive during the stain phase. 10:47 now, so I kind of got to step on it. I like to be in bed by 11, and if possible, senseless by midnight. Well, fair enough. I'm just not a clown person. There are some haunts that do marvelous jobs with clowns, and some people who really love the clown haunt. More power to them. I think fundamentally, Elvish, have you done a Witchwood project before? Any Witchwood project? Literally anything. Or was this be your first? Ah, gotcha, does. First. Okay. Then all I would say, Elvish, is before you start the orb, get like a piece of cardboard and just quickly do some witchwood on it. And do it a couple of different ways. I don't know if you've watched the tutorials at all or not, but I mean, you've seen me do this before. So just do a couple of different ways and find the ways that you like to do it personally. So just kind of practice those motions and, you know, whatnot. And then go for it. Okay. I mean, yeah, go ahead, start with the orb. I would just say, if you're starting with the orb, just get some cardboard and put some witchwood strands on the cardboard first. Bottle's easy, orb is just a little bit more complex. Honestly, for the orb, the other bit is just putting those annoying little wormy bits all around the top of the orb and the bottom of the orb is the more annoying part. Because I know for at least one of those orbs, I started doing them one way, and then I remembered that doing them another way was a lot easier. Better looking. So I ended up shifting my method halfway through the project. It still came out kind of okay, but when I look at it, I can see where I made the transition. Other people can't see it, but I can see it. So just play with the witchwood a little bit first. I'm not saying like play with it for 2.5 hours and let it dry overnight, and no, play with it for, you know, until you feel happy and comfy with it, and then start your orb. Don't be like, I must be a master of this stuff for... No, just play with it for a few minutes first is all. The stuff dries in whatever shape you lay it down. I really like the open mouth skulls. These are really slick, I gotta say. Batting is best for just the one top layer, and on all the rest of your stuff is cotton coil wormies. And you end up laying so many wormies down that they reinforce the batting perfectly fine. If you put a whole bunch of layers of batting on, typically, then you will have an area in there where it's simply unable to dry because there's just too much stuff on it and water can't get through the beach ball and or balloon. I know you're using a beach ball though. I'm really looking forward to using Witchwood with a tombstone, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't think I'm going to get around to it this year, but long-term project. I really have to rework a whole bunch of our tombstones. I've been kind of slack-arsing on that, but I've got to get to redoing more of our haunts tombstones. Witchwood on tombstones? You know, my main concern with it, though, as ever, with any kind of mache stuff on this, however, is how well will it hold up to weather. I'm so paranoid about mache and waterproofing and weatherproofing. So paranoid. Yeah, I think the Witchwood will look amazing on a tombstone. Absolutely amazing. Hello? Hi, cat. What? I know it's bedtime soon. It's like 11 o'clock. We need to get our butts to bed. And I agree. I like this music. Let's see if YouTube flags us for it. Which is another major concern I have. Okay. Let's get that in water. I hear you, Jenny. It's a really fun. I mean, this stuff does go together so nicely. I mean, cotton and mache paste. Who knew? I mean, several other people knew, but they weren't telling us. So. I'm sure it can, Sergeant. I just have an inherent misanthropy about it. I kind of want to see here if I can take excess stain back off these skulls with mineral spirits. Where is it? Once it's on, it's on. I think once it's on, it's on. That's dry. It's not coming off. Yeah, maybe. Agreed, Bev. Agreed 100%. The only trepidation I still have with it is that in the case of like Witchwood and paper mache, you always get seams and cracks and little spots in between. And that's my great fear. That water will find some weak spot and start to get in there. Granted, with most projects it still won't matter. Because you just, you know, even at your worst, that weak spot will only let in so much water. And even a full month of rain, actually between sun and rain, over a month, that will not be enough to destroy the project. And granted, with Witchwood, you can also just saturate it. Like, I could get a good sponge brush and just soak, and that will just slink in there no matter what. So, but, yeah. Worries and fears, worries and fears. Worries, fears, concerns. Many concerns. And cats. Worries, fears, concerns, and cats. What? What is it? We're gonna have some ribbon time before I go to bed. You're gonna keep me up late tonight for a while. You know that. You're so cute when you taste the ribbon too. Okay, so there's that one. There's this one. We'll put eyes in that thing tomorrow. I want to do a lighting check on this. Lighting check! Lighting check, cat! First, a lighting check. Alexa, turn off craft light. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're not going to use liquid. That's just as good with a splash of paint. It didn't actually dry anywhere near as didn't dry anywhere near as opaque as I thought it would be. And the bit on the bottom has it reflecting back up. That also leads me to wonder. Have a good night, Larry. What would happen if we took a tube, some polyfill. Oh, this is going to be a thing to hang around some of my actors' necks. Like a soul tube. I really, really, really pulled this polyfill apart. Wow! You are so Maui! What? What if we filled this with polyfill instead of paint? Wow, I can move that down there. Oh, not that. Alright, the problem is density. The problem is very much density. Tiny piece. And down. Tiny piece. And down. Tiny piece. And down. Tiny piece. Who knows? This could end up looking kind of good. Tiny piece. Tiny piece. One more tiny piece. That's not as good. It doesn't penetrate. It only gets to about there. Versus eliminating the whole thing. Let's try one more experiment in terms of internal coverage. This back into the main fluff ball. Let's take some white paint. Pour in a sodden great splat of it. Let's cover it. And let's coat the inside. Happy night, Elish. Pour what's left back into the container. Pop that air bubble. Hopefully that'll be most of it. The rust will let harden on the bottom. Here, hold that in your mouth, will you? That is not going to work. Okay. And then we'll do a white tube test. Either tomorrow or Tuesday. Yay, I learned about alliteration in English class. I'll turn that straight up and down as possible. This will be a lot better than having this full of water. Okay, up and down. Good stuff. Alright, tests are brewing, skulls are drying. That one still has some space around that outer edge. I better take care of that now. Alexa, turn on craft light. Let's put that there, put this here. This joins the fuzzball. It's 11:07, go to bed, go to bed! No, I'm trying to get there. Right. Of course, I just had to bring these skulls back down. Sealed. Hi, Madge. How is Majesty the cat? E6000 plates. Charging tablets. Crack. Side of the eye. I gotta go to Michael's or AC more and get some more E6000. Yeah. That's the whole point of this album, is their dark lullaby. So it's all spooky music box. And I concur, I think they did it rather effectively. It's not completely sealed, but that should be okay. Okay. And tomorrow or Tuesday, we will do the rest. Excellent. Alright. I'm going to have to pause the tunes though, sadly. Look them up if you like though. That is Dark Lullabies by Derek and Brandon Fichter. They are on bandcamp.com. A lot of good spooky tunes from them. And that's Fiechter if you want to follow their stuff. But it is 11:12 p.m. I am up past my bedtime. And I gotta go to bed. Or the students will eat me tomorrow. They'll eat me. Thank you all very much for hanging out with me. I do always appreciate it. It is good to have folks around to chat with and craft with. And I will catch you all next time I stream, which probably may not be tomorrow if the gaming goes on, but hopefully will be Tuesday, because I want to make sure I stick with it and stay crafting. It's just fun. Night, everybody. Have a good one. Samhain. Hello, cat. I'm going to slurp some apple cider. I'm going to play with a ribbon for like 5-10 minutes. Not more. Already late. And go to bed. Oh my god. Oh. Apple cider in fall. Oh. So good. So good. Alexa, turn off craft light.